Hey, hope you guys are doing great. We are live. Come on in, say hello, give me a comment, give me a what's up. Hey, if you're getting me live here, we're going to go live on a product hunt. We are going to find some products today. We're going to look for green lights. We're going to look for profitability. We're going to look for niches we can sell in. We're going to evaluate them. We'll see how much time we have to get through all this. It's typically about 15 minutes or less just to determine profit in products and how fast we can pull into a niche. I'm going to wait for you to come on because I like you guys to throw some ideas out here. That way you know this is not pre-scripted and I'm not trying to find products that I already searched for. So we can make sure that you know that what we're doing is finding great products together. So say hello when you come in. Start tossing in some product ideas. See if you can trip me up. We're going to go in the screen. Hey, Spencer, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you, brother. We're just getting some people into the group here for the live, and then we're going to take ideas and we're going to go after those products, and I'm going to shut down my notifications. So you guys are doing great, having a good day wherever you are in your part of the world, this afternoon, this evening, good in the morning, wherever you're chiming in from. Go ahead and start throwing those ideas out there. Like I said, it's not pre-scripted. I don't have anything I'm going to go search and find and show you immediately. What I'm going to do is come up with some concepts and ideas. You guys are going to give me some feedback, and then we're going to go in and dig into the computer. We're going to go into the tool. We're going to go look for these products, and then we're going to evaluate them. So if you've got ideas and concepts, start throwing them out for those of you who are joining, and we're going to make sure we get this rolling. I'm just going to take random ideas, plug them in, and then we're going to find out if they're profitable and green lit, and if they are, then you might want to go source them. All right, let's get those ideas coming in. I know all the notifications are going out, and not everybody gets notified and fast that we go live when we do this. But I'm trying to do it every week, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. If I'm doing math in my head, that's, 1 o'clock Pacific time for all of you who are doing math. And then, of course, you guys can pull together your own. So you can throw up any kind of idea you want, if it's on your list, not on your list, if it's a concept, if it's something you've just been spitballing around and you want me to evaluate it and go live here and determine if we can find a profitable version of it to approach, or however you want to go about it. I'll just dig in and I'll start finding some products or whatever. So no one has to know what those products are in terms of who you are. So we can go out and make this pretty simple for anybody who wants to join it. All right, so let's go and let's get to the screen, and then let's get on here and figure out what kind of products we can sell. So I'm just going to come up with some ideas literally off of the homepage of Amazon. Unless you got some products you want to throw out there, guys, we can do that. Active Dad. We've got women's shoes. Definitely don't do that. Father's Day tech gifts. Okay, that's more seasonal. Because you shop for similar items. Gosh, that's been a while ago since I shopped for a power cord, but they got power cords. I was looking for another audio mic here for doing more remote-based stuff. So, they've shown me some additional stuff, but technically I don't like to go after that. Okay, someone is saying pickleball. Paddles, balls, anything specific? Let's just start at the top. Paddles. All right, 583 results are coming in here. We got some data pulling back. ASIN's immediately pulling some data on the screen to give us a visual real quick. We've got some green products here. We got some green profit there. We got some green profit over here. Definitely some good profit margins, 20, 27, 24, 29. That's cool. It's a bit of a fun niche. I like this. So let's come over here and push the button. Let ASIN pull some products. Definitely liking all the green that's showing up over here really quick. We should be focusing on the gross profit per unit and profit per a month. Yeah, we can look at estimated units and sales, but we don't. That's not really important. Rank is interesting, though. We want to try to get in between 50 and 100,000 or below and show opportunity, something that can gain some traction while still having kind of a wide open opportunity. I'm seeing a bit of lower numbers on the estimated gross profit, but let's just put in some filters here and see where we can kind of filter down. Let's go down to 50. Okay, so we're eliminating a few. We're down to 30. Green light. So definitely a lot of stuff over $10 in profit per unit, which is cool. We got some stragglers. Let's look over here. We got a few private label sellers, which is great. 13 here, 11. Now, remember, keep in mind, we're looking at branding products, and we're trying to identify this niche first, called pickleball paddles, okay, which is the keyword that Amazon's search came up for us. So we're evaluating that keyword out of the gate, and we can see that there's some definite possibilities in here. Looks like there's some products over, we could say over 5,000. We can eliminate, well, over 5,000 a month, 4,000. Looks like we can get into over 3,000. We can get 4 different products that are making an estimated 3 to 4, 5,000 a month. They're all ranked relatively low, under 5,000. So the only concern I'd have with this in terms of scalability is that you're really not going to get too much farther in profit, maybe closer to 8,000 or 9,000 in estimated profits when you drop these down in this niche for paddle balls. It's a great little niche. It could be carved out. Single product doing 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 a month, and then adding on variations and other products would have a lot of opportunity. So let's just see what other products are being bought together. So we've established some profitable products. There you go. I do recognize this brand name myself as a sports good, but the other ones I don't recognize. Maybe you do if this is your niche. Forgive me, I don't. So for me, I'd have to do a little bit of research. You may not need to, and if you don't recognize these names, great. That might be a hit. So we also see that they're buying the balls, and they're also buying a different set of paddles. They're buying the 2-pack, which is cool. And the 2-pack selling just as much as the single pack. So there's some variation ideas that just came up from that. Looks like there's a couple of variations of that. Looks like they're also selling, again, the balls. They're selling another type of package. It looks like people who bought the others also bought these. They're paying a little bit more for them. $5,600 a month, $30 in profit. That's awesome. Looks like they're just a different kind of ball. So we just went laterally. We found this 2 set doing $4,200 a month, and we found this set doing $5,600 a month. So at $5,600 here, and we've got $4,200 there. We're at like 95, or about 10 grand. And then we found the original paddle ball up here. What about $4,200? So you can see, actually, these ones are also, they're all being sold together. Very clever. They're all kind of being intermingled. Similar brands, small niche, all kind of coming together. Interesting, yeah. So you're seeing the lot. Here's additionals. There's a couple thousand for the balls, so you definitely could sell the balls along with the paddles. So just some interesting products. We came into a niche here, folks, that you might want to check out. Obviously, there's some money in here. This could be sitting here for quite a long time, which is fun like this. People may be looking at this as a limitation, but we shouldn't be looking at this as a limited mindset. We should be looking at this in abundance and saying, well, there's a great niche that could be carved out here. Definitely some opportunity here. Definitely some opportunity in the gross profit. So all we're going to need to do is come to the tool and just validate what our cost of goods need to be at 35% or less. We're going to need to stay around $24.50 or lower to have this product sourced. And then you'd obviously step over and source the product next in order to keep our profitability. So just out of curiosity, let's go real quick into AliExpress first and just see if there's anything in there. No, let's go to like that particular brand. How about pickleballs? Yeah, let's say USA approved. These are graphites. So we throw a lot of the stuff in there, and you're gonna have to kind of clean it up just a little bit just to go back and see. Got to get the 50 characters. Okay, so let's just get down to this. Okay, so no, we're not there yet. We're just gonna keep taking some stuff off until it, oops, starts to show us some areas where we want to be. Now this is just AliExpress. This is just a quick validation to see if it's out there. It looks like there's not really much on AliExpress in the way of what we were looking for specifically, but there are paddleball sets out here. Now you're going to pay closer to retail on AliExpress. All we're trying to do is just validate some of the pricing measurements that we were doing a minute ago as we go backwards into this. We were looking with this particular product. We don't want the exact product, by the way, as you know. We're looking for something variation-wise, which is good. 25 or 19 as a price. We were trying to get below just to see where we're at in terms of pricing. They got as high as 70, 17. So there's some definite competition in that space, which is not a problem. Let's go backwards over here and just quickly go into Alibaba. Let it do an image search. The image search. Oh, that's a hard phrase for me to say, apparently. Image search is going to pull up. Looks like their site's going a little slow. Okay, there it goes. So we've definitely are getting some table tennis, wooden pallets. It's not really finding, here we go, some beach towel. No, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. It's look like the, let's try to get in on the actual paddles themselves and see if removing the boxes and stuff will find it a little easier there. Now we're starting to see what we want. All right, pickleball racket. So you can go into image search section. Looks like $12 a piece. At that supplier, we could keep digging a little farther into this. Obviously, ping pong would be a way to go lateral if you, or I should say horizontal, if you wanted to go horizontal from paddle balls to ping pong. You're definitely looking at table type of sports, table tennis sports, that kind of stuff, which could provide you with a whole new opportunity of products in here, looks like. We are finding certain kinds of fiberglass pickleball rackets. If they sell one, it's a good possibility they can sell two, and it's definitely a possibility that they can bundle them together. Yeah, so 300 pieces at $11.58, 100 to 299 pieces at $12.58. You can get a sample for $15 a piece, so you can sample the product for $15 to see how well it is made by the supplier, and then you could kind of start working backwards from there. So definitely, I mean, this could be 2 at $24 if you got the pricing down a little bit, depending upon how you negotiated. You're gonna be close, or you're gonna be at least somewhere near validating a 2-paddle package, and of course we'd have to do some more due diligence. But it's there, it's possible to be sold, it's possible to connect somebody like this to see if that could go to market, and there is money to be made. Right? So again, in a limited mindset, you might look at this and say, well, that's not making $50,000 a month. I want a product that makes $50,000 a month. It's better to identify, say, 4 products that are each doing $4,000, $5,000, $3,000, and move those into your business, because now you can find multiples of revenue streams. And we've just identified 4 of those results in the pickleball paddles that are profitable. So there we go. Our product hunt into pickleballs has been successful. So that's fun. I mean, we could go a lot farther. We could obviously go out of the paddles. And we could look back to other types of things like sets, rackets, they're calling them. That's another way to call rackets. Maybe that's a better language to use. Maybe it's more profitable. Maybe it's less profitable. Let's let it work on that while we look at the other ones. Let's see. Gloves. Okay, we could venture off into gloves. Definitely. That's still, look, that's profitable. Looks like a lot of the same types of vendors that are in there, which is cool. A lot of ones showing some profitability in there. Private labelers are definitely in there, which is cool. So there's money to be made there. I think that was the one we were looking at a minute ago. Yep, I recognize that number. So we just come back over here to the tool really quickly. We're going to reset our numbers, hit enter. 29 of 51 are showing more than $10 in profit, which is great. We can filter that down real fast. So now we just need to want to kind of go through and look at the competition, look at where they're ranking. You know, of interest to me and just my experience would be the products that are somewhere in this line that have an opportunity to grow, especially if their profitability is closer to some of the top sellers. There's a lot more room to be made. If I jump from 29,000 down to 3,600, it's very possible that this 13,000 could become, or 1,300, excuse me, could become more like 5,000, 6,000 than this 4,000 currently setting at 1,240. So again, when you're selecting products, you're just kind of, I'm interpreting the data just a little bit here because that's what most of you should be doing. And if you don't understand the training and interpretation, you can get some of that from us. If you want to grab a copy of the tool, we'll teach you how to look at some of this stuff. But the tool itself is showing there's green light products as long as the cost of goods matches up. So that's your job, is to get in there and find out, is the $31.50 legitimate? Fees, calculations, Amazon selling fees are in there, what your net payout would be and what your potential gross profit would be per unit, very important. If you're at 35% cost of goods or less, to get this product between $27 and $31.50 would be your negotiation point. So whether you're going to wholesale, retail, arbitrage, private label, you now have an idea of what you need to do profitability-wise. And you see what market and retail could do for pickleball rackets, pickleball paddles. Okay, there's a whole niche to be carved out here. Even the gloves, okay. Let's go look at the gloves real quick. We're finding all kinds of products, folks, in case you're not paying attention here. Finding all kinds of products in this niche. Let's just actually go over here and reset this. It'll do it. So I just clicked this recover last apply one time and it reset my filters. So there's a couple products that are appearing in the search. This one's at 15,000. Oh, it's the shoes. Interesting. So somebody is actually looking for the shoes to wear when they're doing pickleball. New Balance shoes. Interesting. Well, you wouldn't sell New Balance shoes, folks, because that's branded. But it is showing you that people are buying that particular product. Let's go ahead and clear those back out. It's showing up under the gloves. Not much of the gloves are profitable. It looks like this is, well, those paddles. Those aren't even gloves. The shoes and these gloves are making money. They're not making a lot of profit above 10, so they're in the yellow. They are definitely moving some units. Ooh, 3,000, yikes, that's a huge amount of units. That is not a great thing, guys, from logistics and stuff. I'll tell you right now, that's a lot of units. But obviously these are in demand, and some version of this could be created and sold, generating around 27,000 a month. I'm gonna end on that one because that's pretty cool. It turns out to be the bestseller, which 9,000 ratings and stuff, you wouldn't want to necessarily tackle that directly head on. They've been in there for a while, but it does show you what the possibility is for this particular niche, which has been kind of fun because that's not where I expected to go today, which is where these little product hunts have fun. But guys, if you show up live and you give me your ideas, we'll go through them. If you have something you wanted to vet and you're looking to see what's possible, we can do that together. If you want to go out on your own, just head over to ASINspector Pro, and you guys can grab a version of this. It's how smart sellers get more done fast, and we actually have a new updated pricing right now where you can grab it for one time. You can get all of the features that I just mentioned a minute ago, plus more, over 70 different data points displaying on the page. You can obviously get access to sponsored data, reversing the product sourcing very quickly, as we've shown you, your profitability, and a bunch of other cool features. You guys can go check that out at ASINspector.com. You grab yourself a coffee and get in here and then start evaluating things like pickleball gloves, because when you find out pickleball gloves are kind of all red and yellow, you wouldn't want to sell this product. And when you find the one that is, you probably don't want to go after this one either because it's highly competitive while making 27,000 a month and grossing 72,000. If you try to compete with these guys, you're going to lose. And that's where a lot of sellers get really caught up. So that is not a really good niche to get into. Now, going into the rackets or the paddles, depending upon which of the keywords is more profitable, that's for you to determine. That could be one for you to get into. And then you could, of course, attach the balls, because we saw that you can sell them individually, and you could sell them as a package or a bundle, and we saw that that was doing pretty well too when we pulled the numbers on that a minute ago. So guys, I would definitely go check that out for those of you who are looking at this. And of course, if you're looking for the software and you would like to be able to do what I just did yourself and go find it in a bunch of other niches, again, go to ASINspector.com. If you want to learn more about what I'm teaching in terms of how to interpret the data, define the data, find the profitability, and of course, sourcing backwards and determining good brands and products. I've actually got a free training coming up, how to build a profitable business by leveraging the power of Amazon. You can go to freeamztraining.group. The link is in below you there. You can click to register. We got a group coming right up. I encourage you guys to do that. If you want to learn more about selling on Amazon, we're going to use the tool. We're going to do some training. It's free to join up there and learn how to become a professional seller on Amazon. I would encourage you to do that. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap this up. If there's no other questions and stuff, this is what we're doing. I'm just having some fun doing a product live hunt. We took about, I don't know, what did we take here? About 20 minutes to find what looked to be about 10 or 12 different product types that could all be sold stacked on top of each other. And we saw between 15 to 20,000 a month in profit by stacking those products on top of each other. And that's what's a lot of fun. So guys, have a great rest of your day. Get out there, grab the tool if you want. The links are below. Get into the free trainings. And I'll see you guys on the next product hunt, or I'll see you in the free training soon. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.